Hey guys, you know who it is. I think by now we really are starting to get acquainted. It's me, the one and only, the California Kid. How you doing out there? How y'all doing out there? More importantly, tell me how you feeling out there. How you feeling? Are you keeping your vibrations high? Are you keeping your energy up? Are you keeping your spirit good? This is the most important thing, guys. This is the most important thing. Well, listen, guys, we're going to wait about 60 seconds. I don't like to do a lot of waiting. You know, when I'm pregnant with a message that I believe can actually serve and transform and help people, the last thing I want to do is wait. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get started here in literally about 30 seconds. I'm back here in California, and just came back from the President Experience in my particular company. It was a weekend, absolutely incredible. It was a weekend absolutely incredible in Beverly Hills. There at the what's the name of that hotel? At the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills. It was absolutely just over the top, guys. Over the top. Over the top. It truly was. And it was just, had a wonderful time, a wonderful celebration. Just amazing announcements, incredible supercar giveaways. It was so awesome for me to see my sponsors and good friends, Chad and Natita Chong. They're the #1 income earners in the Americas of our company. They are the trailblazers that got this party started over here in North America just 10 months ago. 10 months ago. And to see them first class, call them the royal family, to see them first class receive a Lamborghini Aventador. That's a V12, 710 horsepower, orange, tricked out, amazing, literally paid for in cash by the company, was spectacular. 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 You know, when we say the word suddenly, man, some of y'all need to write that word down. One day you're going to catch up to me. You're going to understand why I keep saying that. You're going to get the message in that suddenly. Whoa, I love it. You just keep pushing and you push and you push and you believe and you believe and you believe and you push and you push and you push, and people leave and people come and people leave and people go, and you just keep believing and you keep believing, and you go to another workshop and you go to another training class and you go to another event and you just keep on and you just keep going, and suddenly, boom, whoa, suddenly, whoa. I just love how he works. Just suddenly, all of a sudden, where did that come from? Exactly. And so then had a chance to see my other good friends, mentor and coaches, Nat and Shanita Puranaputra, to see them again. You know, it's just amazing how, to be honest with you, it's amazing how God works. And today we're going to talk about my favorite subject of all. And, I thought about it for about 15 minutes or so if I was going to go live and do this. And I said, listen, God, you've been so good to me. You've been so faithful. You've been so true. I made you a promise and I got to see it through. God, you've been so good to me. You've been so faithful. You've been so true. I've made you a promise and I got to see it through. That's exactly what I said to myself. Once again, God, you've been so faithful to me. You've been so true. I made you a promise, and I gotta see it through. So listen, let me just first of all say it was an incredible, incredible weekend. Myself was able to receive an amazing car paid for in cash, Lamborghini Aventador, and pretty awesome experience. First time, never had a car, paid for in cash. Never had that, never. So that was incredible. But just incredible to be amongst winners, amongst people that are believing in what we're doing here in this amazing company. We are very first in the world to do this. It's never been done before. And so it's just awesome to dive into uncharted territory and to be able to do something great. I got to tell you this on a side note, guys. It is hard to go on Facebook Live and look at yourself, man. It's just, God, you didn't say it would be this difficult. I mean, just, you feel like I'm looking in the mirror at the whole time. It just, maybe I should turn it around and have it face me, or have the screen look at me and I can't see myself. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do. But anyway, listen, I want to first of all say, hey, listen, guys, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to offend anyone with my message here today. I know that not everybody believes in God. I get that. And, hey, I'm not here to judge, but I hope and pray that you do believe in something greater than yourself. I really do. I really do. My mother taught me, my mother and father taught me something. They said, listen, son, the person who is wrapped up in themselves makes a very small package. The person that is wrapped up in themselves makes a very small package. And so I want to, first of all, before I begin, I'm trying to be obedient. I'm trying to be obedient to what my spirit told me to do tonight, and I'm doing it. And I know that this message is going to fully bless somebody. I don't know who it is. I don't know their name. I don't know where they live. That's not my business. That's not my business. My job is just to share the good news. And just know that I'm a farmer. My job is to keep planting these seeds. Just keep planting these seeds. Just keep planting. Just keep planting. Just keep planting. My job is not to worry about which tree is going to grow to the moon and which tree is going to grow the fastest. That's not my job. That's not my job. That's not my job. My job is to plant. I'm a planter. That's my job. My job is to plant the seeds. That's all my job is. So I just want to do my job. Woo, that's a good message right there. That's a good message right there. We could shut the tape off right now. I just want to do my job. If we had more people out there in the world that would just concentrate, focus on just doing your job. Don't worry about everybody else's job. Just do your job. That gets me fired up. But anyway, so I made a promise. I made a promise to God. Look, I'm not, in no way am I trying to offend anyone. So look, please, come on, stop all the drama. Oh my God, he's talking about God. Stop it. Grow up. Okay, if you don't like this channel, you can simply turn the station. It's that simple. If you don't like this channel, you can simply turn the station, because this is a positive station, okay? Don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not trying to gain no more viewers. I ain't looking for a bunch of hearts and likes, and I'm not in it for all of that. I appreciate it, but I'm not in it for all of that, okay? I'm just trying to be obedient to what I'm supposed to do, because this my relationship with God is personal. Look, I'm not one of these people that's and I don't mean to say this look, I'm just going to talk free, okay? Look here, let's just put all the disclaimers up, man. Somebody can post them on here. Disclaimer. Let's get all the disclaimers out the way, because I got to be free. I can't be worried. I'm not a politically correct type of guy. I'm not into all that. I'm not into all that because see, when you try and be so politically correct, sometimes you can't say what you really feel. And when you hold back trying to be politically correct, there's somebody that needs to feel it raw, real. Somebody needs to just feel it, because there's no way you're going to be able to remember all of these words. So look, God, you know my heart. You know I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm here as a messenger to try and help as many people as I can help. So let's go, man. Let's rock and roll here. I'm just going to get started, okay? So, listen, yeah, so tonight, guys, I'm gonna talk about God. I'm going to talk about God. I'm gonna be real like I always am, and I don't apologize for doing the right thing. I'm not doing it to gain popularity, nothing like that. Okay, all right. Matter of fact, I know some people probably won't like it, But I'm not worried about that. Okay. Obviously some of y'all don't like the Democrats. Some of y'all don't like the Republicans. We had Obama in office. Now Trump is in office. They was complaining when Obama was in office. They complaining when Trump is in office. Okay. So look, what do we learn from this? Okay. We can't make everybody happy. Okay. I'm trying. So let me go ahead and get started with my message, because I know and I believe millions of people, millions of people are going to be affected by this message. And so, listen, I know that most of you, what the time is? I think it's 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. So it must be 1 a.m. on the East. And I don't know what time it is overseas. But I know this message right here, whoa, it's going to travel. Woo-hoo. This one is going to travel. This one is for the birds, baby. The birds is going to feel this one. The birds is going to feel this one. This one right here, oh, man. All right, man, so let's rock and roll. So look here. The title of this message, take my gum out. The title of this message was The Manifestation. I'm going to take my time. So if you're in a hurry, go ahead and jump off, and you can, maybe come back on in the morning and listen to the replay or whatever. But I want to go ahead and break it down to you. I don't care what this is not for people that are in network marketing. This is for everybody. So whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, whatever profession you do, job, business owner, network marketing, whatever you do, this message is truly for you. For all of you that are followers of me, and you tune in to things that I do here on Facebook Live, I would appreciate it more than anything if you would share this message with as many people as you know. I believe that millions of people are going to be blessed from this specific message. I really do. So, all right, so let's begin, guys. So, listen, as many of you know, look, man, I've been with my current company now, World Global Network, for 7 months. And ever since I joined, man, I've been on fire. We've been on fire. I mean, success. I mean, I've been having fun. I've just been growing. We've been helping. We've been winning, and just a lot of great things are happening. I mean, a lot of great stuff. I mean, just great stuff. I mean, just amazing, over the moon like type stuff. Seriously, and it's about to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And seriously, it's about to get bigger. Okay. All right. But tonight, what I want to do is I want to take you back. I really do. Tonight is not about me. I'm a servant. I'm here to serve. And I want to be raw, uncut, reels for all of you that are listening, because my heart goes out to you. I'm one of these guys. I love people. I have a very, very beautiful soul, and I have a very beautiful heart. I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes all the time. So I'm not here trying to be some angel or some saint. No, ma'am. No, sir. But I am here as a young man of power, a young man that definitely is helping transform not just this profession, but helping transform the world. Really, I am. I mean, every time, every act of gratitude is a refinement to your soul. And I'm extremely grateful, and I'm just trying to pay it forward and pass it forward to all of those that are out there that would dare even listen. And I know somebody is listening. I know it. I know somebody is listening. Somebody is really, really, really paying attention, and somebody needs to hear what it is that I've got to say. So that's why I'm doing it. So anyway, I want to take you back to how this all began. I want to share the real story. Every story I've shared has been real, but I just wish I had more time with you so I can really get you to understand how is it all happening. I'm not going to hold back. I dare you to do exactly what I've done. I dare you to do exactly what I've done. I'm getting ready to tell you right now. I dare you to do it. And I promise you, you will be abundantly blessed. And I'm just telling you, man, I dare you to do it. I dare you to pay attention to the message and not the messenger. Pay attention to the message and not the messenger. So here we go. So listen, my mom and dad at the moment right now, they're still married, and I'm really happy for that. It was great. I'm 39 years old. Today is July the 2nd, 2017. And no, today's not my birthday, but I'm just saying I'm 39 years old. And I'm happy that my parents have managed to they're still together today. They've been married for obviously all of my life. And I grew up in Oakland, California. That's where I grew up. I grew up in a middle city, I grew up, I mean, I don't really call it the ghetto, but there's areas that are a lot worse than where I grew up. But, for the sake of conversation, let's just say I didn't grow up in the best of neighborhoods. It's not yes, I did hear gunshots and things like that. And there were people selling drugs, just around the corner. And yeah, all that stuff is true. All that stuff is very true. My father was he's still alive. And my father, he's retired. He was a flooring contractor. He started off cleaning carpet. Then he went to laying carpet, had his own company. He's always worked for himself. My dad didn't have a father. So my dad never met his real father. And my father was a businessman in terms of a flooring contractor. So he started off with residential carpet cleaning and residential laying carpet and tile and stuff. And then he moved up to commercial, which is big buildings, commercial buildings and airports and stadiums that he was, and big, large government buildings that he was laying, flooring, carpet, tile, linoleum, and small business owner. My father was. For 40 years, he did that. And my mom, she worked as a manager for the Food and Drug Administration, so the FDA. And so my mom, she always had a job, and both of them, fortunately, are now retired. Again, my dad, I'm giving you a picture here. My dad was a small business owner, and my mom, she was a government employee, worked for the Food and Drug Administration. And so my mom is a very devout, very solid, consistent Christian. She, is always in church every Sunday, Bible study, all of that stuff. My mom is a believer for sure. My father will say that he is, and I believe that he is. He just, I love my dad. He just doesn't go to church that much. He doesn't read his Bible that much at all. But my dad is a good man, and I love my dad dearly. He's taught me a lot, and I'm so grateful for his presence in my life, man. And I just don't know what I would do without him without having a mother and a father. Yeah, I really don't know what I'll do. So anyway, so I grew up in church, man. I grew up in church my whole life. My parents put me through Catholic schools. I have 4 brothers. I have a younger brother named Rashawn. He's a fire captain today. Married with 3 beautiful daughters. And me and Rashawn, we have the same mom and dad. And my other 3 brothers, Ramon, some of you guys may know Romacio Fulcher. He's in network marketing. He's an absolute rock star. He's not in my company. He's in a different company. He's an absolutely amazing man, great father. He's married, a couple kids. And I have another brother named Raul Jr., and then we have my late brother. His name was Naaman. And so these 3 other brothers that I have, we have the same dad, but we have different moms. And so that kind of gives you a little bit of a picture of my family structure a little bit, where I come from. So my parents, my mom is just, I love my parents dearly. Obviously, I've learned a lot from both of them. I really have. Obviously, you hear me reference my mom a lot. And the reason being is my mother, she's always been extremely consistent. I mean, I've never personally heard my mother ever say a bad word about anyone. She's one of the sweetest, most consistent, strongest women I've ever met in my life. Wow. She's very consistent. I know at the age of 18, that is when my mom gave her life to Christ. And, she's never turned back, ever. And I could talk about my mother for, probably like all year. I really could. She's just that freaking amazing. And I'm just so honored to be her son. And I don't know, man, I'm just in awe of this lady. And so every time people compliment me for anything, I always think about my foundation. I always think about where I've come from and the people that labored and spoke into me and created this way for me. I feel like I'm really standing on the shoulders of giants. And so I'm just trying to give you a little history here, guys, for those of you that want to know. And I grew up in church my whole life. Now, I want you to listen, because here's where the story turns. I grew up in church, but I was no angel. Tell you the truth, guys, I got my first kiss in church. Now, how about that? Yeah, come here, girl. Come here, girl. You know, got my first kiss in church. That's right, in the bathroom. That's right. Yes, I'm telling the truth. Yes, man. That's because she had us in church so much, man. Tuesday night Bible study, Thursday night choir rehearsal. Then we went twice on Sunday for the Sunday morning service and the Sunday evening. I'm like, woman, man, you got me. I'm like a caged lion here, lady. Got me in church all day. So I could, look here, come here. I had to call the girl over here. Come here. We're going to have to get this kiss in, okay? So, yeah, I got my first kiss in church. And so here's the point of the story so that you don't get lost in all of this stuff. My mother and my father, they did the best job that they could to protect my environment. You know, even though we grew up in the hood, my mother and father always believed that you do not, I repeat, you do not have to become a product of your environment. You do not have to become a product of your environment. So even though outside of our home, you know, it wasn't the greatest area, but inside of the home, oh man, it was nothing but love. It was nothing but love all day, every day. And I'm talking about every form of love. I'm talking about sometimes there was tough love called punishment. There's all the different forms of love. We can talk about that later. But anyway, my parents did the best job they could to provide an example for all of us. And I think that they've done a hell of a job. And so when I went off to college, I live here in Sacramento. I went to Sac State for about almost 2 years, and I dropped out of college, and you know, school wasn't really for me, and I began to become an entrepreneur. You know, many of you know I started selling knives for a company called Cutco Knives, and did quite well there. You know, did quite well. I always felt like if another man or woman would teach me how to do whatever it is, I could do it. If you'll teach me, I'm teachable. Ooh, that's huge. If you'll teach me, I'm teachable. I think for me, I've always had a teachable spirit for me because I used to feel like I wasn't smart because I didn't have a degree or I didn't, you know, grow up on that side of the tracks. I just always felt like I always had a very good heart. For those of you that get very close to me, you'll learn I love to play a lot. I love to make people laugh. I love to play. I don't know. I just got a happy spirit. That's just who I've always been. And I remember when my son was born, I remember there's only one thing that I asked God for. I said, God, I just please, only thing I want is just to have a child that has a happy spirit. That's all I want. That's it. I'm not here to make him be this or make him be that. I just would like to have a child that has a happy spirit. And that's just because that's me. If you get to know me, I'm fun in games. That's just who I am. I love it. Obviously, I know how to take care of business as well. But when you really get to know me at a deep level, I just want to play all day. I just want to have fun. That's just me. That is just me. And that's my bravado. That's my swag. That's just who I am. So anyway, I dropped out of college and I started selling knives and I did pretty well. And then from there, I met a gentleman. You guys heard the story, I'm sure, at a burrito shop. And he hired me as his assistant in the mortgage and real estate business on commissions. So I was on all commissions. And long story short, I managed to do quite well from there. And then I moved up and basically became, you know, kind of president of my own mortgage and real estate company. So where I owned my own mortgage and real estate company, had a partner, and did quite well there as well. You know, was there for about 13, 14 years, made a lot of money, had a lot of success, and that was good. About 10 years ago, I got started in network marketing. Holton Buggs was my very first mentor, coach, sponsor, that type of thing. This was 10 years ago, and what a great man he was and still is to this day. Not a perfect guy. You know, I want to make sure I really point that out. He's not perfect, but he's one hell of a mentor. He taught me so much stuff. I'm forever grateful to that relationship and through our ups and downs and everything. I'm forever grateful to what he taught me. He taught me so much. And once again, the number one thing that he did for me, number one, the most important thing he could have ever done for me throughout the mistakes and throughout the successes, throughout the ups and downs, the most important thing he could have ever done for me is he gave me an example of success, of what success looks like or could look like in network marketing. He gave me an example. That's the second time, if you're really listening, that I've mentioned an example. I talked about my mother and my father, but specifically my mother. And then the second example, well, actually would be Brent Peterson in mortgage and real estate. He gave me an example as well. And my third example would be Holton Buggs, my very first ever sponsor, mentor, and coach in network marketing 10 years ago. Very first one. So I'm very fortunate. If you're tracking with my story, you can see that I'm very fortunate. And don't worry, there's a message for all of you. Just stay tuned. But I'm very fortunate into how I've come through the ranks, from my mom and dad to literally next Mr. Brent Peterson when I dropped out of college, to Holton Buggs, Anthony Robbins, Tyler Daniels and Marcel, which was after Holton. I made a quick pit stop in a small company called LifeVantage. Great company, phenomenal product. Phenomenal product. And I was fortunate again to be partnered with another seasoned veteran, billion-dollar producer, Mr. Tyler Daniels. He's an awesome guy. I really love Tyler a lot, him and Marcel. And then now today I am where I am here at World Global Network. And so if you're paying attention, I've always had great mentors. Great. I want you to, if you're taking notes, write that down. Okay? Now, I get really passionate about that because I know you're looking for answers. That's why. I know you're looking for answers, and I'm giving them to you. I'm the messenger. And so I've always had great mentors. Now, for those of you that have ever cracked open the Bible at all, okay, I want to show you how this connects. Okay, every prophet in the Bible, everyone, they all had a mentor. Everyone. So if you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whether you're doing bad right now, whether you're doing okay, or whether you're doing great right now in life, and you want to get better, it doesn't matter what level you're at, bad, good, or great, doesn't matter what level you're at, but if you want to get better, you've got to drop your ego. You've got to stop thinking that you know everything, because you don't, okay? And I'm not afraid to tell you that. You don't. You don't know everything. You don't. I don't care how cool you think you are. I don't care how connected you are. I don't care who your mama and your daddy is. I don't care if you was born into money. I don't care. Listen, you don't know everything. And the sooner you can figure that out, we can finally get this plane off the ground. As soon as you figure that out, we can finally get this plane off the ground. Man, sometimes I crack myself up. I just do. I don't know. I can't call it, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm funny. I be cracking myself up. But anyway, listen. So again, drop the ego. And I people say ego is edging God out. And, I don't know how you want to, some people abbreviate it that way or whatever. But I do believe ego is a dangerous thing. I think we all have it. I know I have one. But I always try and keep mine in check. I do. There's nothing wrong with confidence, but there is something wrong with arrogance. Okay? Nothing wrong with confidence. Okay? Confidence is a great thing. I wish for everyone to become more confident. Yes. But arrogance, that's a different story. And you have to constantly, let me give you an arrogant idea or an arrogant thought. An arrogant thought would be to think that you know it all. That's an arrogant thought. An arrogant thought would be, well, hey, if you don't roll with me, you'll never make it. See, your arrogance. Shut up. Just shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, well, if you don't join my company, well, you won't ever find success, okay? Shut up, okay? My company is the only company in the world. We're the number one, blah, 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 blah. Just shut up. Just shut it up. No, be quiet. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about, okay? Because you don't know everything. You don't. You just don't. Okay. But sometimes you think you do, and you later learn, oh my goodness, man, I don't know. And that's why I tell people, as it relates to this profession of network marketing, you know, condemnation without proper, sufficient investigation is really the height of stupidity. Because how in the world can you condemn something that you don't even know what it is? You can't do that. And so, again, I want to point out that you got to drop the ego. You got to. You know, you got to drop another egotistical thought. Oh, I can't learn from Hispanics, or I can't learn from women. I can't learn from white people, or I can't learn from black people, or I can't learn from Asians. There you go again. There you go again, trying to be the dictator of who is who in the zoo. There you go again, trying to pre-predict how your blessing is going to show up. Oh, I can't learn from short people. I can't learn from fat people. Again, you kill me with all these, just stop it. Stop it. This is the reason why you probably, are not where you want to be in life, because you don't see the need for a mentor. And if you listen to my story, I am not better than anyone. No, I'm not. The only difference about me, I have a burning desire to be successful with my life. And I always have a mentor for everything. Always. Because mentorship is wisdom without waiting. I've said that a million times, and I'm going to continue to say it. If you ever get a chance to read the Bible, you'll learn a little bit about a dude named Solomon. He was the wealthiest man to ever live, ever. His wealth far exceeds Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Carlos Slim, and everybody else. Far exceeds it. Solomon was the wealthiest man to ever. And I would encourage you to study the name or study the book of Solomon. Just study it. Won't hurt you. Trust me. Trust me. It's a great book. And Solomon was the reason why he was so wealthy was because the only thing he ever asked God for was wisdom. Solomon is he's the son of David, and we can talk about that later. But David was a mighty, mighty warrior. David is actually David reminds me of me. Oh, let me tell you, you got to hear this. You got to hear this. Why do I say that? Because David made so many darn mistakes. He just kept messing up. I mean, look, I don't want to get off on a soapbox, but David, he just kept screwing up. I mean, he kept messing. He was a mighty warrior. He was a fighter. Now, David loved God. I mean, he really did, just like I do. He loved him. He really did have a heart for God. He did. But he made so many mistakes. And we can talk about that later. But David, what I liked about David, he owned all of his mistakes. He never tried to pass the buck. He never tried to, a bunch of excuses. He would say, he would say, God, I done messed up again. I did it. Yes, I did. I did it. I did that, God. I did do that. And he was just real. David was really real. David was a praiser. He always would give God the praise. And he was very grateful, but he made a lot of mistakes. And so Solomon was the son of David. And Solomon, watch this. This is huge. Solomon would watch his father, David. Ooh, this is deep. He would watch his dad do wonderful things. And he would also watch his father make mistakes. And so as a son, Solomon would say, God, all I want is more wisdom. I just want wisdom. He never asked for riches or fame. He never asked for that. He only asked for more wisdom. And he was granted more wisdom. And with that wisdom, that he became the wealthiest man to ever live. Why is that? Because wisdom literally only comes from two places. Number one, your own personal mistakes. We've all made mistakes before, all of us. And I'm sure most of us have learned, hopefully, from our mistakes. Okay? But the other place that wisdom comes from is mentors. Why is that? Because mentors have already made the mistakes. And so if you will listen, You will learn a lot from mentors. This is so, man, come on, boy. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. So this is deep because everyone, and by the way, if you don't know what the word Bible means, it means, this is profound, it means basic instructions before leaving earth. Basic instructions before leaving earth. Now you got to catch this, guys. You got to catch it. I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just giving you the real deal. I told you what it is. We already gave the disclaimer, so the boy is rolling. I'm rolling now, okay? So that's what Bible means. It means basic instructions before leaving earth. Now watch this. Watch this. If you were to have a problem with spelling, you would defer to the spelling book. If you were to have a problem with math, obviously you would go to the math book. If you had a problem with history, you would go to your history book. But what do you do when you have a problem in life? Confidence, relationships, how, dealing with people and circumstances and your emotions and fear and all this. What do you do when you have a problem in life? Here it is. There's a book for everything else. Where's the book that I could learn more about me? Ah, the Bible. The Bible. In the Bible, what we find is stories. That's all that's there. It's just stories. Stories of people who made mistakes and how they overcame those mistakes. Story of do's and stories of do nots. That's what's in the Bible. That's really it. So I say all that to say this. David was he was a mighty warrior of God. He loved God and he made a lot of mistakes. But David literally was a warrior and he was a fighter. He was a praiser. He was. But I want to talk to you really quick about Solomon. Solomon, literally, he asked for wisdom, and that's what he was granted. And as a result of that wisdom, he became the wealthiest man in the world. This is profound. This is real good. This is good stuff here tonight. I'm starting to get full myself. This is good stuff. So, anyway, my point that I'm making is that if you listen to my story, I've always had great mentors. And I am forever grateful, I mean, from the bottom of my soul, for the mentors that I have had and still have today in my life. You know, Chad and Anita are more than just friends. They are mentors. 34 years young. They're younger than me, but they are mentoring me. Here it is. I'm having some success and they're having grander success. And so there's no jealousy nor envy. I am so happy and excited for them and love to be a part of the movement that we're a part of. I love to play a role in the team that I'm a part of. I love to follow great, strong, elegant, powerful, persistent leaders, Chad and Anita, as well as their parents, Nan and Shanita. And so the number one thing that I can only expect from a mentor of mine is you never want the mentor to be perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect mentor. Mentors are real people. They make real mistakes. But what you do want from a good mentor is you want a good example. That's all you want. And, I remember for me, I always shied away from doing what I'm doing right now. I shied away from this because I always felt like if I had to be perfect, I just wasn't fit. But when I learned that all I had to do was be real, that's when I signed up again. So if it's just a matter of being authentic and being real, I'm like, look, I can do that. So let's move along in the story. So I grew up in church, and that's great. But just because I grew up in church, that doesn't mean I really, really had a real relationship. In fact, I didn't. I knew about God. Yeah, I knew about it. But I never had my own relationship with God. I never had my own relationship with my spirit. I never did. And long story short, something, you could say something, there was a mistake that I made. It was a very bad mistake that I made years ago in my life. And I don't want to air that publicly. That's not the right thing to do. But there was a bad mistake that I made. I didn't kill anybody or anything like that. Nothing like that. But it was a bad mistake. It was something that I did that I knew that I shouldn't have been doing. And I did it anyway. And fortunately for me, my life has been spared. You know, my life has been spared from it. Fortunately, thankfully, thankfully. And I knew why my life had been spared. I don't know, given another chance or whatever you want to call it, you know, but from that, I chose to look at that situation and become extremely grateful that my life had been spared. And I knew that it could have gone a different direction. It could have gone much worse than what it did for me. And I remember that I told God that I knew the purpose of my life. The purpose of my life is to serve humanity, to serve humanity with love, compassion, and deliverance. I knew that that is the purpose of my life, to serve humanity with love, compassion, and deliverance. I've always known that I am the messenger. I am the one to deliver what most people just can't do. For whatever that reason is, there's no comparison against me of other people, but I just knew I am the one. And I've always known that for a long time. But just because you know something, that's good. The second thing is you have to own what you know. Honestly speaking, guys, I have not always owned what it is that I know. And as a result of this, as a result of this bad experience that happened to me in my life, I said, God, listen, you know, thank you for sparing me. Thank you for, you know, sparing me, basically. And I said, listen, I want to really, really, really get to know you. And this was just a few years ago. I said, look, I really want to get to know you. I don't want to hide behind my parents. I don't want to hide behind, oh, I went to Catholic school, so what? I don't want to hide behind the fact that, look, I grew up in church, so what? I really want to get to know you myself. I want to have my own relationship with you. And I said, look, man, I don't know where to start. I don't want to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I just want to get to know you better. I just want to get, I'm tired of all of this Catholic and Methodist and Jewish and Christian. And, you know, I don't want to get caught up in no religion. I want to get caught up in a relationship with you, man. And this is exactly what I said, people. I said, look, I don't want to get caught up in all this religion stuff, because this religion stuff is what turns me off. Oh, you got to do it like this. Oh, you got to do it like that. Oh, you got to do it like this. No. Oh, man. And I was just like, look, man, I don't want to, I ain't feeling all of that, God. I ain't feeling all of that. I said, but I am feeling having a relationship. And thank God my mother, she never, ever pushed me on religion. She never did. She always would push me on, baby, I want you to have a relationship. I want you to get to know him. See, because you can't condemn something, woo, before you know what it is you're condemning. Come on, boy. You can't condemn something before you know what it is you are condemning. And you can't look over at God. You got to get your own relationship. And I said, all right, it's time for me to put my big boy shoes on. Can't hide behind my mama. And so I said yes. Now, I want you to understand something, guys. There was times in my life before where I also said yes to God. And I didn't follow through. I need you to hear this, folks. And I didn't follow through. I didn't. I mean, I've always loved God, but I guess I didn't do all the stuff that like I thought you were supposed to do every day, all day. I didn't do it. I still say cuss words from time to time, and I know I shouldn't. And those are, according to what I believe, I'm not supposed to do that. And I do it sometimes. And other things that I'm not supposed to do that I do. And so what I'm trying to say here, this is the powerful part of the message, is that I thought I had to be perfect while trying to get to know my spirit, trying to get to know God, and, trying to because I believe personally, it's impossible for you to really know who you really, really, truly are unless you know who created you. And I personally believe that we all were created. We all come from God. I really believe we're all God's children. I really do. I really believe that. And so it's impossible for you to know who you are unless you learn who God is. And so here I was, a grown man, early 30s, and I wanted to learn more about God. I did. And I'll be honest, I was a little afraid. I was. You say, well, let me tell you what I was afraid of. I was afraid of failing again. I was afraid of, I'm just being honest, I was afraid of failing. Well, you said you was going to read your Bible and you didn't read it today. You said you was going to do that and you didn't do it. I was afraid of failing again. And because of that fear, that's what kept me from wanting to go further in my relationship with him. But this time, because my life was spared, and I was like, OMG, like, really? Wow, man. I just said, listen, I really want to get to know you. I really want, and I know that some of you listening say, that's so sad. Well, maybe it is sad, but that's what happened for me. Something bad happened, and I knew this was not me. My life had been spared. I knew it. I don't care what nobody say. I knew it. And as a result, I said, look, I really want to get to know you better. But I said, look, I don't want to get caught up in religion. I just want to get caught up in a relationship. And I just said, God, look, I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. And thank God that I was able to go to my mom. And my mother literally just put me at ease and just said, hey, listen, God loves you no matter what. He'll always be there for you no matter what. And, and he's been waiting for you to want to get to know him for yourself. And, she just spoke nothing but positive words into my life. I'm forever grateful for that. And she got me to see it from a different perspective. And I said that, God, look, I really want to get to know you. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to reach up for help, and I'm going to do exactly what she tells me to do. Stop right there. I didn't know what to do. I had a desire to get closer to God. I wanted to learn more about who he is, and I wanted to learn for myself. Block out everybody else. I wanted to learn for myself. But I didn't know where to start. I went to my mother, someone I trusted, someone I respected, someone that's been an example. And I said, Mom, what do I do? And I had already told myself that whatever she tells me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. For once in my life, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. This gets me fired up. And I did. She gave me a specific set of simple instructions. She didn't make it complicated. It wasn't like, got to shave my head. I got to do all this. No, it was simple. It was simple. It was doable. It wasn't offensive. It was like, okay, all right, I can do that. That's simple. And I did it. And, but I said, Mom, I want to be aggressive in my pursuit of learning and understanding who God is just as much as I was aggressive when I was out there doing, whatever I want to do and, just didn't know who God was. And I was just doing my thing. I want to be just as aggressive in pursuing him as I was in making money and all the other things. I wanted to be just as aggressive. And she said, that's fine. And I said, let me tell you something else. Before I get started, Mom, I said, look, I don't like all of these people who they go to church for 50 years and 60 years and all of this stuff, and you never get to see any of the manifestation of what it is that they say they believe in. Look, I'm not trying to put down anyone. This is just what turned me off. All of these people, all these different religions, and you guys, you're talking about, prosperity, and you're talking about God wants all of us to be rich and all of us to have success and all of this stuff. You're saying all of this stuff and good health and all of this. And I'm sorry, but I would look at, various different people, and you saying you've been rocking with God for 30, 40, 50 years, and you still in the same place when you started. You still in the same place now as you were 40 years ago. So how am I to believe that this is supposed to be real? And that's why I said, I want to learn for myself. And I said, look, I want to be aggressive. I want to have unbelievable faith. And I want to be able to show the world through my little life the manifestation of God's beauty. That's what I want. I want to talk to all of those people out there to be able to see that this dude God got swag. This dude God is cool. This dude God is real. And this dude God produced results. And that's what I told my mom. This is real. Guys, this wasn't even 2 years ago. And I made a promise to God that I would tell the whole world about everything. I would let them see my journey. I said, God, you've been so good to me. I mean, you loved me when I didn't even love myself. You believed in me when I didn't even believe in me. You made a way for me when I didn't know how I was going to do it. I mean, building this network marketing business, guys, is not easy. Look, you can read all the books you want, but people ain't robots, okay? Faith makes things possible. No one ever said faith makes things easy. And so I said, God, what I will do is I will let the whole world see my journey. I won't be ashamed of it. I won't be ashamed. I will let them know exactly what's going on. I'll keep it 1,000% real. And I'll do it. I will do it. Because that's what God wants. He wants us to spread the word. It's what he wants. And I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. Meaning I'm going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. So don't ever look at me and expect me to be perfect. If I make a mistake, I try and own my mistakes and I get back up, dust myself off, and I move forward. That's what I do. And so there began my journey. And I was in pursuit. I want you to hear this. I was in pursuit of learning more about God. I did tell God exactly what I wanted before I started, which was unbelievable faith. I wanted a tremendous amount of wisdom. I wanted to break the financial poverty curse in my family once and for all. And I wanted to be able to to give away $1 million a year to different people, different causes. This is what I wanted to do. And in order to give away $1 million a year, I would need to earn $10 million a year to do it. 10% giveaway. Give it back in tithes and offerings, and I wanted to give it back to the people. $1 million per year. It was just a goal of mine, a dream of mine. Because God, you had been so good to me. Basically, I was saying, hey, what can I do for you? You have spared my life. You have, man, I could talk to you guys for 5 hours about how blessed my life has been. How blessed I am, how fortunate. And I just said, God, what can I want to learn more about you, but how can I serve? How once I learned the purpose of my life and I began to start chasing purpose, that was the moment that I stopped chasing paper. The moment I started chasing my purpose, that was the moment that I stopped chasing paper. And I'm glad that I did. That's why many of you see me serve the profession of network marketing. And I'm going to let you know what my role is in this profession. This is the first time that I have ever read this to any of you. I'm going to read it slow. For those of you that will be attending the Clarity event that we're having this month, July 28th through the 30th, and here in Sacramento, you can go and get your ticket at teamiot.eventbrite.com. It is going to be a life-changing event. I guarantee it. You ain't never seen nothing like this. So anyway, I'll read for those of you that are attending that event. I will, if you like, I will, you know what? I will do this. I will have my assistant make a copy of this that I'm about to read. And if you choose, we will give it to you for free. Here it goes. I, Romacio, decree that I have a vision for divine provision. I am an end-time financier and a marketplace minister. As a marketplace person, I have the privilege and the biblical responsibility to tithe and to give offerings to support the kingdom of God. As a marketplace minister, I know that this calling includes and goes beyond the boundaries of a local church. As a marketplace minister, I will concentrate on influencing and transforming key components of society. This is education, media, entertainment, government, arts, and commerce. For these are the areas that I will be a part of changing and transforming to bring an understanding of the revelation of God. Proverbs 8:15 tells me I am a candidate to increase in wisdom and wealth. I choose to guard my heart with all diligence. I decree that poverty is a curse and cannot come down my dwelling. The word of God and the gospel of John teaches that this is the will of God, that above all things, that he desires that I prosper and be of health as my soul prospers. I speak to my body. I speak to my mind. I speak to my spirit. I decree wholeness into my life. I decree that money is an important tool that will enable me to accomplish those great and mighty things that God has called and created me to do. Money magnifies what is in my heart. And what is in my heart is God. And money is the course that I need to enforce and activate the will of God. Money is to serve the calls of God, according to Matthew 6:24. Money is a tool for global harvest, according to Philippians 4:15 through 17. Money will expose a spirit of poverty, according to Deuteronomy 8:18. God gives me the power to get wealth. I am a man of breakthrough, according to Micah 2:13. I am a divine radical who pursues the purpose of God for the supernatural favor and financial breakthrough. I have been created to promote and support the cause of Christ. I am a forceful and faithful man of God. I am called and I am equipped to invest in missions and to send the gospel around the world. I am generous to the poor and to the needy. My God takes delight in my prosperity. I decree that my God is more than enough. His name is El Shaddai. He is more than enough. I declare now that I have broken through the dimensions. Woo, this is my favorite line. I declare now that I have broken through into the dimension of multiplication. I declare now that I have broken through into the dimension of multiplication. I decree that I have the spirit of generosity and mammon has no hold upon me. I decree that I have supernatural favor according to Luke 6:38. I decree that giving to God opens the gate of unlimited, unrealistic favor, and that will flow into my life according to Proverbs 8:16. So I read this, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know where it all comes from through me. I read this to get you to understand this is why I don't have a small mentality. I don't believe in this, I'm better than people. I'm not better than anyone. I don't believe that network marketing is the only way for people to make money. I just believe it's one of the best and it's the most efficient. I don't believe that if you don't join my organization, you're doom and gloom. I don't believe if you don't get involved with what I'm involved with, you'll never make it to the top. I don't believe that only men will be successful. I don't believe that only women can do this. I don't believe that only Christians will prosper and be successful. I don't believe in this. I have a very abundant base mentality. Abundant. If you want to know what it is that I really believe in, I just read it to you. I just read it to you. If you want to know why it is that I will consistently continue to be blessed, I just gave you the answer. I just gave it to you. I just gave it to you. And I'm telling you more and more. I was aggressive, been aggressive, and I went out and got a spiritual advisor. That's right. I knew very little about my spirit. I mean, I knew some stuff, but I didn't know the real stuff. And I went out and got a spiritual advisor. And for those of you that will be coming to Sacramento to the Clarity event, you will get a chance to meet my 75-year young spiritual advisor. Okay, I can't wait for you. You'll get a chance to meet her in Sacramento. Many of you think my mom is one of my, obviously advisors, but you'll see my spiritual advisor. She's another woman you'll get a chance to meet. And she's absolutely lights out. She's over the top. I mean, you guys are going to love her. You guys will be like, oh, okay. You guys will go, okay, I'm starting to get it now. I'm starting to get this thing. And once a week. Now, being honest with you, I haven't had a session with her in quite a while. But every week, right here in my journal, I would have a session for about 45 minutes to an hour with my spiritual mentor. And I would take notes. It would be over the phone. It was a scheduled time every week. And I would take notes. We were talking about my faith, and we were talking about things I just told you about. I said, God, listen, I want to be an example of the manifestation. Like, it's kind of like what Steph Curry does. Steph Curry is a basketball player for the Golden State Warriors. And he loves Jesus. He loves God. He loves him. It's on his tennis shoes. He has his clothes. Matter of fact, I'm wearing it right now. This is it right here. This is it. Active faith. You guys see me wear this stuff all the time. And he wanted to show the world that you can be an awesome basketball player and an example and still love God. And you can still have swag. And that was basically what I'm doing in the network marketing profession. You know, I'm not trying to be a holy roller and push people away and, oh, I'm so perfect and I talk perfect and I ain't perfect and, ooh, my stuff don't stink. Nah, man, I'm not, nah. I ain't about all of that. That's fake. That's fake stuff. I'm not about all of that. People make mistakes every day. You know, you can't be judging people, you know. And so I still have a spiritual mentor, but honestly speaking, it's been a minute since I've had a session with her. And for all the people that are coming to Sacramento, you will get a chance to meet her and get her phone number, and you can have your own relationship if you choose. This is optional, and she will guide you through learning more about your faith and so forth. And she's very gentle. She's just amazing. She just absolutely is. I don't want to tell you her name right now. I want you guys to be surprised, and you guys will look her up and be like, wow, this lady is huge. She's big time. I met her on an airplane when I was serious about, you know, trying to pursue my faith and learn more who God was, etc. I met her on an airplane. See, when you get serious, he gets serious. When you get serious, he gets serious. And I'm not trying to judge. I'm just letting you know that I was intentional every week. My mom gave me a few things to do, a few assignments, and I tried to do the best I could to follow those assignments. And truthfully speaking, the greatest gains of my life happened when I was trying to pursue my faith aggressively and learn more about God. That is when I had the distinct privilege and pleasure of meeting Oprah Winfrey, which was one of my dreams. You'll see when you come to Sacramento, I'll show you. I wrote it all down. You can see everything. I take notes on everything because I want you to be able to go, oh my God, he's not lying. It was written down. This is the date, the time where I was, what I said I wanted, and I remember I told you, I promised God that I was going to document the whole journey because I have one mission, one real mission. Yes, we are going to help 100 people become millionaires. Yes, that's done. That's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. But above and beyond that, my greatest mission, more than anything, I just want more people to have their own personal relationship with God. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. You don't got to call me. You ain't got to send me no flowers. You ain't got to say thank you to me. You ain't got to do nothing. If you want to know what my mission is, I got one mission. Look, let me calm down. You can't take all this money with you. You cannot do it. You can't. Money is just a tool. That's all it is. It's a tool to make your life better. So if you had a better life, do you care enough about anybody else other than you that you want to help make their life better? That's all money is. It's just a tool. That's it. So what my greatest mission to all of you, I don't care what your nationality, I don't care where you live in the world, I don't care how rich you are, how middle class, how broke, I don't care. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, independent, undecided. I don't care if you didn't vote at all. I got one mission. One mission. I just sincerely want every person on their own. You don't need to make any public announcement. Hey, man, I'm about to get serious about this God thing. No. I didn't do that. You ain't got to do all that. I just want you to develop your own relationship with God. Let me tell you something, guys. It's been 7 months. I'm not that smart. I can't put 20,000 people in my organization that fast because I'm some smooth sales guy. No. It's not it. I chose to start getting close to God. And I said, this is what I want. And I will do what you tell me to do. And I'm telling you, suddenly, it happens, baby. Suddenly, And for those of you that don't know, there is a scripture. I believe it's in Mark. I'll get back to you. I'll give you the exact scripture. It comes from the Bible, and it says, and suddenly it happens. Suddenly. That's how it works. God had knew that I had been believing for a long time. He knew that I had been actively believing, not just saying I believe, but I mean, faith without works is absolutely dead. So when you say you believe in something, you have to put some work into what you believe. And work means I was sharing the news. I was prospecting. I was giving freely. I was going to the seminars and I still do this. I was giving and serving. You know, I wasn't looking in the mirror at myself. Rather, I was looking at the window and who can I help and how can I make a contribution? Seriously. And I was doing all of this while still not being a perfect person. I still wasn't perfect, but I still had something inside of me that I could give and contribute, just like you do. But on my wall, what you didn't know, what you can't see, were my goals laid out clearly. God, this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do for me. I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I told you I would. You've been so good to me. I told you I would do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm telling you, when you finally let go of what's in your hand, God will finally let go of what's in his hand. You see, every single one of you, you have something inside of you that is special. Something inside of you that, frankly speaking, is unique. Something. I don't know what it is. But every single one of you, you have something inside of you. Look at me. I didn't think that I was that. I didn't think I was that great. I didn't. But I knew there was a purpose for my life. I knew it. But all of this time prior to this, I was chasing paper. Guys, let me tell you, the biggest financial weeks of my entire life, listen to me now, the biggest financial, we're talking finance, we're talking money, the biggest amount of money I've ever made in 1 week so far, now it's not over yet, we're not done, but so far, has come, listen to me, as a result of me choosing to get close to God, of me choosing to be obedient to what he asked me to do. And I said yes to it. And as a result, suddenly, listen, all before then, I was choosing to chase paper. Okay, I'm reading the books and I want to get some money and I want to get more money and I want to be more successful. And I'm going to seminars and I'm trying to do it right and I'm trying. I was trying to muscle it. I was sincerely trying. And I did okay. But let me tell you something. The moment I just really submitted to my purpose and I said, you know what? I'm not going to worry about being a basketball player no more. I'm not going to worry about being an actor right now. I'm not going to worry about being 7 foot tall. And I'm not going to worry about, trying to be this and trying to be that. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to be what you created me to be. I'm going to play my role in the movie. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my role. And I did. And I'm doing it now. And as a result of that, guys, listen to me. Guys, because I'm telling you, what he'll do for one, he'll do for another. That's why I'm talking to you right now. I'm not talking to you to hear myself talk. I'm talking to you for you. If you'll do it, I'm telling you, man, if you'll do it, you have no idea how much easier it will be for you when you finally say yes to your purpose. When you say yes to the purpose for your life and you begin to walk in it. And I'm talking about you get to swimming in it and you start running in it. When you finally say yes to what you have been created to do. And only you can do it the way you can do it. Can't nobody do it like you. See, you can be skillful all day, but it's totally different when you're purposeful. When you're purposeful, skill can't compare to purpose. Ooh-wee. Skill cannot compare to someone who is on purpose. Purpose vibrates, purpose translates much greater than skill ever will. Purpose makes a difference. And so listen, my number one mission for all of you is just to have your own relationship with God. That's it. I'm not trying to be over the top pushy. I know what is happening for my life, and it would be a lie for me to tell you, oh, I'm the man. I thought of this and I mapped it out and I had it all. No. All I did, I knew what my goals were. I had my goals written down. I knew what I wanted to do. And then when I had a chance to meet God, excuse me. When I had a chance to meet Oprah Winfrey, and she told me the power of intention. She said, what you must do is set your intentions on exactly what you want. That's why the name of the event on July 28th in Sacramento is called Clarity. Woo-wee. Some of y'all going to start putting it together in a minute. Some of y'all going to start putting it together in a minute. She said, when you finally are crystal clear on exactly what you want, that's all you got to do. Set your intentions on exactly what you want, develop a plan, take action, and God will do the rest. Ladies, listen to me. I'm looking for someone to believe me. You ain't going to find nobody else that's going to keep it realer than me. I'm telling you the whole truth, how it works. The whole truth. The whole truth. I'm telling you, this is all I got. I'm telling you the whole truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that your destiny is purpose on fire. That's what it is. When you finally uncover your purpose and you put your passion behind your purpose, oh my God, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's literally over. You don't need no notes like me. I don't have no notes. This ain't no script. I ain't got no notes. This was something in my spirit that I said, I got to do, man. I got to do it. I got to do this. I got to let the world know where it all comes from. I got to let them know. No, because what'll happen is some people will think, oh my God, I got to go read 50,000 more books. Oh my God, I got to go to 30,000 more seminars. I'm just never going to get there. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true at all. All you've got to do is develop a relationship with the man upstairs. You got to develop a relationship. Your mama can't do it for you. Your daddy can't do it for you. Your uncle, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, they can't do it for you. Nope. You've got to develop your own relationship with him. Let me help you out. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm keeping it real. I talk to God just like this. Hey, God, this is your boy. This is your man. This is your boy, the Cali kid. You know me. You already know me. You know who I am. You know everything about me. Okay? You know what I did, and you know what I didn't do. I just, I talk to him just like that. And he talks back. Woo! But let me tell you how he talks back. See, God never yells. He only whispers. He never yells. He only whispers. See, when you pray to God, that's you talking to him. But when you dare just open the book and begin to read, and I'm going to be honest with you, it is very hard for me to understand the Bible. Thee, thou, yea, why, blah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for me. So that didn't work for me. I had to get I don't want to call it the dummy Bible, but I had to get the Bible where they break it down for the simple. I need it simple. Hey, say what you mean. Cut out all of they and thou and yeah, man, I can't understand all that. I can't understand all that stuff, man. I can't I need something. So, let me show you. Where is it? Here it is right here. Here it is. I'm going to show you right here. some of y'all think I'm kidding. See, my mother, they bought me this Bible. Okay, right? To see this big Bible and stuff. Beautiful Bible. I love it. Love it. It's a great Bible. It's good. But this be yow, yay, just I can't understand all of that. So, but the Bible says, let any man or woman that lacks wisdom, all you have to do is ask. And I said, look, man, can you make this thing simple for me? Please. I can't understand all this stuff, but I want to understand. Okay. He made it simple for me. Then now, look at this is the Bible I read. You see this? Look at this. Look, I know some of you going to laugh. This is the Bible I read. This is the picture Bible. You see that there? Yeah. Now I understand. Okay. I see here. Let's see. Look here. Look here. I get it now. I get it. I get it. Yes. I understand. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Okay. Yes. That's Adam and Eve. Oh, she was pretty. Look at that. Long hair. Oh, she was a fox. I understand now. Picture Bible. See what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is, it ain't got to be all of that, complicated. He ain't all, no, that's not how it works. You see? So, look, man, I'm about to turn this thing off, man, and get out of here. But look, I just wanted to come on and just keep it real with you folks. And I know this took a tremendous amount of courage for me to do. But I made a promise to you, and I'm just doing it. For everything you've ever done for me, I'm just doing it. I don't care what they say. I did the right thing. And for that, I'm going to forever be blessed. So, with that, man, with that, all I want you to do, man, is somebody out there somewhere needed to hear that. And somebody out there somewhere is going to be eternally blessed because of it. I'm just trying to keep it real and just say, hey, look, man, you got to understand that the person that's wrapped in themselves, they make a very small package. We all have to believe in something greater than ourselves. And I believe in God. And I just want to encourage you to have a relationship with them yourself. That's all, man. That's all I'm trying to say. I come in peace. I come in peace. I'm not trying to create no problems. I'm not trying to create no social media controversy. I ain't with all of that. So you can stop. I ain't nobody telling you which church to join. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't passing around no collection plate. Hey, I ain't taking offering. No, I'm not doing any of that. None of that. I'm just trying to holler at you from my heart. Because if he will do it for me, I know he will do it for you. I know it. I know that. So, man, I'm excited because I conquered another courageous act that I did in the face of controversy. Yeah, man, we did that. So, proud of myself. So, listen, man, I love you guys dearly. I really hope and encourage all of you guys to show up at the event in Sacramento. It's close to selling out, so it's definitely going to sell out. I can tell you that now. It's going to sell out, and it's going to be off the hook, man. I'm telling you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait. You're going to see clarity. Go to teamiot.eventbrite.com. We've got people coming from the UK. We have people coming from Germany, Austria, Australia. We have people coming from Switzerland, Norway, all of the states. I mean, it's going to be off the hook. It really is. And so I'm excited for all of you guys that can attend. So go to teamiot.eventbrite.com. eventbrite.com, and all the details are there. Outside of that, guys, I said everything that I meant, and I meant everything that I said. I'd like for you to take this video and share it with everybody that you can. There's no link for them to join. I'm not looking for more members. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just spreading the word because I made a promise that I would do something, and I'm just trying to keep my promise because he always keeps his promises. So with that, I love y'all dearly, man, and I'm going to get out of here. It is, I don't know what time it is. It's almost midnight probably. But you guys have a wonderful night. I appreciate those of you that stayed up late, my late night warriors, to hear this. And I know many of you guys will watch this tomorrow in the morning or wherever you're at, whatever country. But get yourself some coffee. This is going to be a good one when you watch this one, all right? I love y'all. I'm the Cali Kid, Romacio. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great night. Don't forget to get one of these. All right, guys. See you later.